Hello Internet, happy Monday, welcome to Bazzle Spot Live, the best way to kick off your week, ha ha ha. So hopefully you watched the videos last week. We did VGC 17 on Monday and Friday, we did Battle Spot Doubles on Wednesday. I am just going to be using this team, which I did use in the Anaheim Open and Liverpool, wasn't it? Yeah, Tournament 2. I think I'll just use it for this, one more week again. Battle Spot on Wednesday as well. But we're in a game. Let's do some stuff. So Marowak is a funny one because it does give us a few issues. He hasn't got any Trick Room options either, so I'm kind of thinking, and I'm sure we did this quite a bit last Monday as well. Just Tapu Lele and Drifblim, right? Looks good enough. I do like Drifblim in matches with Marowak just because it gives me an extra super effective hit. Basically, Shadow Ball is a decent chunk of damage. But also, I think we do want Arcanine here. He has got Bulu, he has got Magnezone, he has got Celesteela. But the last one, I don't know, I'm looking at that Goodra and thinking maybe it could be a bit of an issue for us. So Katana could be good, but Katana is threatened by Tapu Koko. So I'm thinking maybe Xurkitree anyway. No, I'm gonna go with Katana. Let's go with Katana. I don't use Katana and Arcanine both very often, but the problem is that they've both got the Z moves. So, if I use one, I can't use the other, basically. Obviously. So we'll see what this guy does then. Maybe he's going to lead with Tapu Koko and something else. If he does, then he'll know that I'm Scarfed. But, yeah, okay, Tapu Koko Magnezone. Okay. So you'd expect this Tapu Koko has got Discharge on it, because he has got a Marowak on his team. Probably Sturdy, Magnezone 2. Both of these threaten both of my Pokemon. Yeah, both are definitely threatening a Drifblim. So I'm going to go for a Moonblast and a Shadow Ball into the Tapu Koko, which should knock it out. It just means that the Magnezone is going to be left to do whatever it wants to do, which is a little bit scary. So, yeah. Shadow Ball, yeah, looking at that Moonblast will definitely knock it out. So, if he Flash Cannons the Tapu Lele, I might survive. I might not. If he Thunderbolts into the... he's Flash Cannon. If he Thunderbolts into the Drifblim, then probably won't survive either. Oh, okay, Tapu Lele does survive. Yeah, nice. I don't think Drifblim would survive at a Thunderbolt, just because it's probably modest max. It can survive like a Koko Electric Terrain Thunderbolt, a +1 or something like that, but Magnezone does hit a bit harder. So now he definitely knows that I'm Scarfed, like he should have known before. I can burn and he's weakened his own electric attacks too now, which is nice. And I do have Arcanine in the back, and because I did get rid of the Tapu Koko, that gives my Katana a much nicer time here too. So Tapu Lele isn't that important anymore, so I'm going to Moonblast into the Magnezone to break it sturdy. The grassy terrain is up, so maybe in 2 turns it'll be back up with it sturdy. But I don't think unless he doubles into my Drifblim, he can actually knock it out. So I'm going to Will-O-Wisp into the Tapu Bulu here and see how this plays out. We can get special attack drops as well. 30% is actually quite big, which would help us out again with the Magnezone. So yeah, that actually does a decent chunk of damage. So it'll be a few, and we do get a drop. So it will be a few turns before he gets his Rock Slide. Before he gets his Sturdy back, if he ever will at this point. So interesting that he's got Rock Slide. Do you think that might be... Oh, Volt Switch. Okay, so the special attack drop isn't the biggest issue there for him. Do you think he's Scarfed? Scarfed Tapu Bulu is somewhat of a thing. And he has got Goodra. Okay. Do I need to weaken this Goodra? I think I do, somewhat, don't I? I mean, if I put Arcanine in, the Tapu Bulu is probably just going to switch, isn't it? But he doesn't want his Magnezone going down like that. So maybe not. His last one was... It was Magnezone, wasn't it? Was it in Sacred Sword range? I'm not entirely convinced on that. So I'm going to put Arcanine in. And I'm not going to use my Z move. I am going to just Flare Blitz into the Goodra to do some damage to it. As an attacking move to work. I'm thinking I could go for a Bulldoze just in case he switches the Tapu Bulu. But no, I'm just going to go for a Flare Blitz into the Goodra. And try and disable this Tapu Bulu. Because if it is Scarfed, I mean, he's probably just going to go for a Rock Slide anyway. Ooh, okay, so he's not Scarfed. He's just protecting. So, he knows I've got Disable now. We will be getting a decent chunk on this Goodra, but, you know, the Grassy Terrain will help it out too. Yeah, that is a decent chunk, actually. Muddy Water. Ooh, okay. I'm just thinking I want it in all-out pummeling range, basically. I don't think that'll knock any of my Pokemon out, but the accuracy drops are the problem. Ooh, accuracy drops. Oh, accuracy drops. Yeah, it's not so good, is it? I mean, I think we can deduce that the Tapu Bulu might not have superpower, and it is burnt as well, so it doesn't really threaten my Katana too much. So I think I protect my Arcanine here, and what would do more for me, Shadow Ball or Will-O-Wisp? Well, I've got an accuracy drop, so I think I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball, which is more accurate, and will do a bit more as well. I'm hoping that my Drifloon goes down this turn, basically. If Drifloon doesn't get knocked out this turn, then not good. Okay, so Goodra, Drifloon should go down now. What's this Tapu Bulu doing then? Bulk Up? Swords Dance? Rock Slide again? Okay. So Arcanine heals back, which is nice, but also so does his Goodra. So I could go for a Helping Hand, all out pummeling into the Goodra. But this Tapu Bulu, like a Rock Slide, I don't think will knock out my Arcanine from here, but it could do. If I get this +1 attack boost as well, then I will be quite confident that Sacred Sword will knock out his Magnezone in the back too. Goodra, it might be Assault Vested. We've not seen any special damage on it yet, so it might not be able to protect. So I'm actually just going to go all in on this. I'm going to go for a Helping Hand, all out pummeling, because I think I need the Helping Hand to knock this out. So Helping Hand. Do we see a Protect? We do, from Tapu Bulu, which is fantastic. Good. I'll take that one. And all that pummeling. Helping Hand Z move, you know, that's some power. So we are going to get our defense, our attack boost, which should really put. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this game is won now, because we know that the Magnezone did have a balloon, didn't it? So it's not scarfed or anything. +1 Sacred Sword will knock it out, and unless this Tapu Bulu has got some kind of speed control, like, I don't know, does it get bulldozed? Probably does get bulldozed, but it won't have it, will it? We should be fine. So yeah, 1-on-1. You know, even if it does get to a point where it's just Tapu Bulu and Katana 1-on-1 with each other, I'm pretty sure Katana should win this. I mean, he's got Rock Slide, he'll have a Grass Attack, he's got Protect. I mean, the question is if he's got both Horn Leech and Wood Hammer, because if he's only got one of those, then there is space for Superpower, but he is still burnt, so, and Superpower does reduce his defense as well. So now I'm just going to Flare Blitz in. Ooh, not into my Katana. Ooh, that's a that's a worry of using Helping Hand. It's it defaults back to where it was. That would not have been good. So we'll Flare Blitz into his Tapu Bulu and Sacred Sword into his Magnezone. But yeah, I think unless I Flare Blitz into myself, I think we should be alright with this game now. Yeah, so we that would not have been fun. yeah, we'll be fine now. Flare Blitz, 2 Flare Blitzes, and yeah, it is gone. Kartana can just clear up as well if Arcanine does go down, but actually Flare Blitz just knocks out the Tapu Bulu as it is. Okay, so okay, we're not going to attack. We're not going to Flare Blitz around Kartana. At least not in this game, anyway. So let's look for another game then, and see how we do. Battle spot. It's fun to be back. So yep, next battle. So yeah, again, like I keep flapping on. I hope you're enjoying these videos. It's been a while since I've actually done Bazzle Spot, so here we are, Bazzle Spot live again. And yeah, this is because I haven't done any team report. It's not really a completely solid team. This one, like I've been saying, it does lose very hard to Togedemaru too. So yeah. Oh, this guy's got a pretty decent rating from the United States. And he's got quite a nasty looking team. Yeah, this is a nasty looking team. So, like, I'm scared of the Gigalith in Trick Room. And one of the problems I found with this team is, okay, I've got Katana, but the Porygon 2 can just Ice Beam as well. Which is not good. They often do tend to lead with Tapu Koko in these sorts of games, though. So I'm going to go with Smeargle, Xurkitree. Definitely want Katana in the back. And I think I do want my Tapu Lily here as well. So I'm quite sure of the Pokemon that I want. I'm going like this because people don't often realise that a +3 electric terrain boosted Thunderbolt can one-shot, depending on spreads obviously, can one-shot Porygon 2. So we'll see if that comes into fruition in this game. I mean, I do have options of switching Lily in and Sporing as well. Persian could have Taunt on it, which would not be good. I mean, he could taunt both of my Pokemon. I mean, obviously not on the same turn, but either one he taunts is bad for me. So I'm going to Fake Out into the Porygon 2, and I'm going to Tail Glow. We'll see how this plays out. He could just Fake Out into the Smeargle and Trick Room, which would be fair enough. But then I would have a free Spore the next turn, because I don't think an Ice Beam would knock it out. So I think he is going for a Taunt here. Into the Smeargle, okay. So he just didn't want me Sporing his Porygon there. So maybe he doesn't have Tapu Koko in the back. I mean, he's definitely got Gigalith in the back. But now, Smeargle has to switch. Smeargle has to switch. And he's probably going to Parting Shot with his Persian too. But he'll probably Parting Shot into the Xurkitree, won't he? So I'm going to bring Katana in. And I'm going to Thunderbolt into what's possibly going to be a Gigalith. So here's the Parting Shot. And it is into the Xurkitree. And it's possibly going to be his Gigalith as he Trick Rooms. But I brought Kartana in because this situation, I thought, was probably going to arise. I wanted nice... I mean, this will do about a half to the Gigalith. I mean, he has got his Sand Boost stuff. I'm only +2 now, but I think this will do a half. But it'll put it in Leaf Blade range from Katana, which is nice too. And Katana is not going to be taking any damage this turn as well. If he doesn't... that's actually more than half, isn't it? Wow. If he doesn't Trick Room here, which he has done, then I'm looking really good. But he has Trick Roomed. So now, what does he do? He probably goes for a Continental Crush into Xurkitree. Like a Continental Crush and an Ice Beam into Katana. Because he hasn't got a special attack boost. Probably won't knock it out. But I don't like double protecting, but I think I'm going to. I don't think the Gigalith will like curse here. Gigalith actually protects itself, so he's kind of called out my protect there. But it does mean I get a almost, you know, a guaranteed really attack onto his Gigalith next turn. So he does Ice Beam into the thingy. Yeah, so we just take in some Sandstorm damage here. Okay, maybe it's weakness policy. Maybe there's no Continental Crush. Maybe he'll flinch me with Rock Slide instead. But this turn I am going to... Ooh, I mean, I could make some plays. I could put Smeargle back in. But I'm not going to. I think he can't knock out both of my Pokemon this turn. So, whichever one... And I'm going to Dazzling Gleam here because I should knock the... I think it should knock the Gigalith out from where it is. Yeah, I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam here. Because then Smeargle can get a free switch back in. And oh, it's with his Continental Crush, so I probably am losing my Xurkitree here. Whoops. Well, not whoops, but, you know, I played this the sort of kind of safer way. Because, like I'm trying to say, Smeargle can come back in and depending on how much damage this Ice Beam does to Katana, actually, we'll see how it goes. But Xurkitree should not survive that now. And, I mean, we should survive this Ice Beam. But that critical hit has possibly been very costly. I don't think Rock Slide will do 21 damage. But if he's got Stone Edge, which he probably does, because he's got a Continental Crush, Stone Edge will probably knock out my Katana from there, so that's annoying. Yeah, Ice Beam. Yeah, I mean, we saw that was a critical hit and we survived, so Ice Beam would have done maybe about half or so. So we do knock the Porygon 2 out, which is really nice, but we've got Smeargle and Lele in the back. And, what, a couple more turns of Trick Room left. So I have to really put my Smeargle in now. And it is Arcanine. Okay, so if that wasn't a critical hit with the Ice Beam, I could just go for a Fake Out into the Arcanine, and Kartana could not be touched by Gigalith. But I think a Stone Edge will knock us out now. So I need to hope that it doesn't, I suppose. And we do know his last one's Persian, don't we? Was it Persian? Yeah, it was Persian. So we'll Sacred Sword. I think this is the only way we can try and claw our way through this. Like, hope for a Stone Edge miss, or hope that Rock Slide actually doesn't knock us out. But it is Rock Slide. We'll see if this does knock Kartana out. It actually does. Wow, okay. So, didn't expect that. And we've lost the game because of that, really. So, yeah, I mean, the Ice Beam critical hit allowed him to make that play. Maybe he would have played a little bit differently otherwise, but the Ice Beam definitely allowed him to do that. I mean, otherwise, what would have happened? I would have survived that turn. I would have Sacred Sworded into the thing, the Gigalith. The last turn of Trick Room, I would have protected my Katana, which still wouldn't have been in Extreme Speed range. And Smeargle would have probably gone down. LC would have, yeah, Smeargle would have gone down. LC would have had something to sleep. And then it would have been Tapu Lele and my probably about sort of 25% Katana versus his Arcanine and his Persian. So that would have been an interesting position because, like, I could, you know, Scarf, Moonblast, knock out the Persian. But then it would have been Sacred Swords and whatever on the Arcanine. You know, I mean, this game's over, but But we'll put some moves through. Rock slides can miss, so it's actually fair enough. I mean, the game is over at this point. So yeah, the game definitely is over because I'm locked into Psychic and he's got a Dark type. So yeah, there's no way of making that. No way of winning from that position. So you know what, slightly annoying, but it doesn't matter, does it? Oh, we're only just 20 minutes in. Do we want to do another game? Or do we want to? You know how I hate losing like this. Let's do another one. Go on then. It's just so frustrating how I think through the positions. Ice Beam. Yeah, I was sure that an Ice Beam and a Rock Slide wouldn't knock my Katana out, but because he did get that critical hit, it put himself into the position so that he could win from there, basically. So let's look for another game. Let's finish on a high. It's Monday. Let's make the Monday a little bit better by wasting that bit more of your time. So yeah, let's just get going then. Look for another game. It's just so frustrating because we've just started on this ladder basically, and that guy had a decent amount of points, so it would have been nicer just to claim his points so that we could get better battles going on. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Until you get critical hit. No. So this guy, he's got a slightly positive record, but he's got a really interesting team. So let's play it out and see what happens. I mean, I'm really liking the look of Scarf Tapu Lele here. I mean, Arcanine is really the only thing that I can't Dazzling Gleam on, really, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, let's go with Tapu Lele and Arcanine. With Drifblim, I want in the back, and Xurkitree. Yeah, I don't think I have to think too much about this. Yeah, maybe we'll just do a really quick game, and we can finish off there. Finish off with a win. If this isn't a win, then oops. But no, I mean, I don't want to. It's always easy to make the mistake of seeing he's not got a fantastic record and making rash moves. But I really never lead Tapu Lele and Arcanine. But I mean, just looking at this team, unless worst case scenario, his Pheromosa is Focus Sashed or Jolly, I suppose. That could be bad. But if it is Jolly, it's getting intimidated. It can't knock out Lily with a thingy. So, if it's Jolly with Acid Downpour, perhaps. But you never see that. Pheromosa are normally, almost always Adamant or, well, not, the Lonely, whatever, or the other one that does special attack, Rash or whatever. They're not normally the speed boosting natures. That's what I'm trying to say. But he does go with Sableye and Arcanine here, so we're getting Intimidate onto his Arcanine, which is nice. I can Moonblast into the Sableye, I suppose. He can't Fake Out here. He can't Taunt or Quash or do anything like that. So it is, I suppose, a free Moonblast into the Sableye slot. But I've been intimidated as well. So how do we want to play this? Well, I think we'll just Moonblast into the Sableye, and I think I'm just going to put my Drifblim in, really. If he's got a Roselli Berry, the Sableye should survive. I mean, Sableye probably can EV to survive this Moonblast anyway. But if he has or not, you never know. If it does survive, what can it really do? Not really much. I would be putting it in range of basically anything as well. So Drifblim comes in. If he does Flare Blitz, he is intimidated. He's not going to Flare Blitz into my Arcanine, is he? Surely. He does withdraw his Sableye into the Tapu Koko, which is fair enough. But 2 Moonblasts will knock that out. In fact, a Moonblast on a Shadow Ball will knock that out. As we saw in the first game. I think that was the first game today, wasn't it? As I switch my Lily. Yeah, definitely does. Ooh, Snarl. Okay. So Lily avoids, which doesn't really mean anything because I'm probably going to switch it now anyway. Shadow Ball will still knock out his Tapu Koko. So I'm going to put my Arcanine back in, and I'm just going to Shadow Ball his Tapu Koko. We did get the Unburden boost, didn't we? I was just thinking, like, I'm not really paying too much attention. So, like, which one switched out first? Like, my Arcanine switched out definitely before his Sableye, didn't it? Because, yeah, we did get the Unburden boost. That would be a pretty horrible mistake to make if it was the other way around and we didn't have the Unburden boost. But yeah, so another Intimidate on the Arcanine. He might Snarl again. He might flip this into what was a Tapu Lele. 2 Intimidates on the Arcanine is quite nice though too. Yep, Shadow Ball into the Koko. Even at -1, we'll knock it out. And is he going to Snarl again? Oh, he's got Heat Wave. That's interesting. So Intimidates are really useless now then, it seems. But yeah, Special Arcanine is interesting. I've used it a little bit in the past as well, but it doesn't really hit hard at all. Like, it's really, you know, doesn't hit very hard. So it is obviously more of a supporting Arcanine. He hasn't got Finny or anything in the back, so I can really just go for a safe Will-O-Wisp into the Garchomp. I don't want to switch my Tapu Lele into anything. He has still got all 4 of his Pokemon left. We know Sableye. I'm actually just going to go for a Bulldoze here. A Bulldoze and a Will-O-Wisp attempt on his Garchomp. So we just swap his Arcanine out. Into the Sableye. Okay, so he can taunt and do whatever now. He's possibly protecting them. Electric Seed is this? Okay. So Will-O-Wisp does hit. So yeah, maybe he's Assault Vest Garchomp. Otherwise, it would make sense for him to protect the Garchomp there. He might not even have Taunt on his Sableye, but you know, probably does. And now we do actually get the speed drop on his Arcanine here as well. So Xurkitree will be faster than his Garchomp now, although we can Quash if he's got that. But it is burnt, so it's not really threatening too much of anything now. So I am actually just going to go for Inferno Overdrive. Do I need my Inferno Overdrive for anything else? Do I need my Arcanine in general for anything else? I mean, he's lost his Tapu Koko. And we know it's just his Arcanine in the back, isn't it? And my Arcanine doesn't really do too much for any of that. He might bring his Arcanine back in then for an Intimidate, but even still, I'm just going to go for an Inferno Overdrive into his Sableye. Means that maybe I can just go for Dazzling Gleams maybe in the future. Do I Tailwind here, or do I just get a bit more chip damage with... You know what, I'm just going to disable the Garchomp, which kind of forces him to either Earthquake or Poison Jab, whatever other moves he's got. It means he can't Rock Slide, basically. That's what Disable does. And, yeah, I mean... Can't remember at this point if my Arcanine has been intimidated or not. I don't think it has right now. Maybe it has, I don't know. But this Inferno Overdrive, we'll see how much it does to the Sableye. It gives Tapu Lele a little bit more freedom in the future as well. Maybe we can lock into Psychic instead. But, nope. He's got Foul Play. And does it into the Arcanine. Foul Play and knocks it out. Nice. I love Foul Play. One of my favourite moves. But now... Well, now, what do we do? The Garchomp has got a speed drop on it. Could Earthquake. So I'm just going to put Lele in. I'm not going to mess around. Just put Lele in. And... we've got Psychic Surge, our Psychic Train for the rest of the battle. He has got his Arcanine in the back, which obviously does resist Thingy. I mean, there's always going to be a Moonblast target for me. I could Dazzling Gleam. I have got my Xurkitree in the back as well, and it is a special Arcanine, so I don't think Xurkitree is too threatened by it, to be honest. So I am going to Dazzling Gleam here and go for a Shadow Ball into his Garchomp. The nice thing about Shadow Ball is there is a 20% chance of special offense drops as well, so Yeah, I mean, I'm dazzling gleaming because, like I said, there's always going to be a fairy target for me here. He's got 2 fairy weak Pokemon. Arcanine obviously resists fairy, but yeah, it doesn't really make any difference right now. But I've got my Xurkitree in the back, which should be okay. So Dazzling Gleam, yep. Should knock the Sable out, yes. And I don't know. I mean, this Garchomp did switch when it was disabled. He only went for Rock Slide. It could be Scarfed, but if it is Scarfed, he's not going to lock it into Earthquake here, is he? When he's next to his Arcanine, maybe that's the best chance he's got of winning, though. Who knows? But I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam here and Shadow Ball again into the Garchomp. It is burnt, so you know whatever the Garchomp does, if it does get an attack off, it's going to be weakened. Drifblim is at what, -2 special attack now, but you know Shadow Ball, you know it's just getting some chip damage. It's not really going to be doing anything otherwise. I mean, worst case scenario here, Garchomp survives the turn and then can survive another Shadow Ball next turn and can Earthquake Xurkitree, but you know he is next to his Arcanine. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, Shadow Ball, yeah, not even required. So he does have Snarl. He's probably got his Berry on the Arcanine, so maybe I could switch the Delay just so I've got a Psychic, because you never know, the Arcanine could be faster than Xurkitree. So I'm going to do that. I mean, it seems quite long-winded, but I'm going to do this. A Shadow Ball isn't going to activate his Berry either. Yeah, I mean, it guarantees me the win, basically, but I could have just stayed in there and just attacked, to be honest. Xurkitree coming in the back is all we need, really. He actually just goes for a Heat Wave there, so Thunderbolt, yeah, he knocks out the Drifblim. I would have swapped the Drifblim anyway. Game's over. Okay, so we've finished on a high. And doesn't this feel like such a massive high? Beating someone with a no, anyway, so let's finish this up then. Thunderbolt and Psychic. Alright, so what even happened in that second game? So this is why I finish off with a game that I win, because it just makes me forget whatever happened in the second game. Oh, we got the critical hit with the Porygon, didn't he? That's what happened. Alright, so now I've remembered that again. Please like and share this, guys. You know, I hope you have enjoyed it. Join me on Wednesday for Battle Spot Doubles, where I'll be using that lovely team again. And I'll have changed everything around as well. So thank you very much, and goodbye for now. See you on Wednesday.